day. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now in his second season out of LSU.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
13 yards on the game's opening play. North of 100 yards, the two scores, and you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. T. Higgins was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow to mix it on the check down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And the Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 23 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. A give. This is Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
From the 45 on second down, Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack on first down, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll That'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. 6-0 our score after 1. Off play action, Fields. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
On play action, Fields. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Charles, a look there at the Bears draft class for 2021. A lot of guys there that will wind up contributors. I think you agree with that. But this draft, ultimately, it's going to come down to one question. Was Justin Fields the right choice or not?
And a bold move the Bears made, moving up from number 20 to number 11 to get him. Not a huge jump, but still a striking play by them. And definitely a splashy pick for this team. And they have to hit a home run to the quarterback position. Only one other draft pick on day 2, and that was Tevin Jenkins, the big offensive tackle from Oklahoma State, who some had pegged in the 1st round. I thought he was going to go to the Indianapolis Colts in that spot.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. A handoff to to Mixon. Trucks over him. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. What's the deal? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On third down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Well, you were just alluding to it. They had the lead. Don't try anything silly. Run the ball, but they opted to throw it incomplete.
And now the punt, as a result, is really compressed, isn't it? So the mechanics have to be perfect. Snap, and he's got to get rid of it fast.
And taken at the 46. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. On first down, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To throw is Fields. They'll roll him out right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open and able to get it to them.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
A nice little juke. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bears take over. A first update now from Cleveland. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They try again with Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here with there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All even through 1 half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. From the 45 on 2nd down, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Mixon with a first down carry. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4. Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league. But that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here we go. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down. Here's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Burrow will throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the first-round pick and T. Higgins the 2nd.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Komet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Tevin Jenkins, a 2nd-round pick, the guilty party. Back to throw, Fields.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Third and long. It's Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back him up 5. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
to Mixon on second down.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
So now Fields and the Bears.
Down 9-6, 2:13 remaining. They've got one timeout at their disposal and the 2-minute warning as they go to work here on 1st down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
They snap it to Fields.
Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. He's back to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin.
Oh, and that nearly ended him. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
One last throw here for Fields.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.